Open your mind.
Hey out there, this is Buzz with TheSurvivalBuzz. So I wanted to do a video today, basics of body armor. Now, I'm going to start off by saying I by no means know everything there is to know about body armor, so don't beat me up in the comments if you do. I'm simply here to try to help people that have no clue what they're doing as far as picking this stuff out, if it's something that interests them. And with the way things are going, having something like this isn't bad to have. As just a fallback if things get too crazy. I fortunately do armed security every day, so this is a part of my everyday attire. I will say wearing a vest for 10 hours a day, 50 hours a week plus has definitely helped build my stamina up. I barely can tell I'm wearing the thing most of the time anymore. And I'm carrying around 20 pounds. This vest has Kevlar as well as steel plates. But I want to do this video and kind of show some simple things about armor for you guys looking to buy some. So this by no means is something that I would anticipate people going out and buying for personal body armor, or at least for their first purchase. Like I said, I wear this 50 plus hours a week, so comfort is very important, as well as this is something that my company helps purchase for us if we need help purchasing it. They set up a payment plan. Fortunately, I knew somebody that was quitting whenever I started and bought theirs at a fraction of the price. I paid $300 for this vest with Kevlar in it, and luckily the guy that it was fitted to had a similar body shape as me, so it fit pretty well. And these, when I first started a couple of years ago, this exact same vest, which I think this is Armor Express is the brand, is a brand that if you go online looking, you're not going to find any prices. This was bought through a law enforcement security police place that sells vests and armor and clothing. They do tailoring and stuff for law enforcement. And so they custom fit these. We go out and get them. But one of these guys was brand new a couple years ago, was $700. Now they're pushing around $800 for one brand new. So like I said, this isn't exactly something I would recommend for a first purchase, but it is extremely comfortable and is durable and is very well made for wearing all day long. So that's why I have it, as well as, like I said, for $300, I got a great deal on it. What I like about this vest, it has all the MOLLE webbing and stuff. So you can really put whatever you want on it. I got right now a knife and handcuffs and a universal handcuff key on here, but you can really put whatever you want. I know people put mags on it. Some people even put firearms on it. I don't really approve of that. I think it's a horrible idea. Much easier for somebody to grab hold of and take away from you, I feel like. But so this vest comes, they tailor it to fit each individual. This one luckily fit me, but it comes with Kevlar in it. And for those of you that aren't familiar, Kevlar, I'm not gonna pull it all the way out, it's kind of a pain to get back in, is a soft material. And it's like a 3A level of protection, so it will stop pretty much most handgun rounds, I think up to 44 mag. But as far as rifle rounds and stuff, it might slow the velocity of the bullet down, but is probably not going to save you from rifle rounds. But Kevlar is super light. I don't know the exact weight, but the vest with just the Kevlar alone is probably around 10 or 12 pounds. And then I added steel plates on mine a while back. With everything crazy going on in the world, it's not a bad idea. So I wanted to kind of show that to you guys. So this has a separate compartment for your plates. And what I like about this vest is it will accommodate 10 by 12 plates and then the 8 by 10 plates, which is what I went with. So kind of a smaller level of protection, at least area wise, but it does cover the vitals pretty well. This out of here. And this here is what I'm carrying front and back, as well as the Kevlar in the vest. And the Kevlar even runs up on this vest into the shoulder areas and stuff to protect against, slashing, people trying to stab you and things like that, as well as handgun rounds that might land here. This is mainly just protecting my vital organs, my heart, lungs, all that stuff. And what I like about these particular plates I got these from RTS Tactical. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that, but it's a great company. I've ordered a few things through them. Shipping time is great. Packing is great. They stay in touch with you the whole shipping process, and their prices aren't bad. They're probably not the cheapest out there, but pretty decent prices as well. So I went with this is a 3+ lightweight steel plate. So this 8x10 plate is only 4.9 pounds a plate. I say only, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you'd be surprised what carrying a couple of these things around all day really takes out of you. But for 8x10 plates, 3+ lightweight protection, so less than 5 pounds a plate, this will stop pretty much anything, even up to an AR round. The green tips is like what I fire in my rifle, so steel core ammo. This will even stop that. Now, if you get something less than that, if you don't get the 3+, just the 3, I'm not certain that it'll stop up to the steel core. The only one, well, obviously it's not going to stop like 50 cal rounds and stuff like that. I don't know whether there's anything out there that would, but this will stop everything up to, I think it's like an armor piercing 30-06 round that this won't protect against. But seems anymore, most platforms you run into is the AR round, and the steel core is a popular round. It's the ones people fire through truck doors and everything else with walls and stuff. This will protect against that, multiple shots. But like I said, this vest is nice because it holds 2 different size plates. So if I decided I wanted to up it to the 10x12 plate, I could. And then as well, it has one in the back. I'm not going to take it out, but same thing. It's got a little compartment in here that lifts up, and I have a steel plate in the back as well. Now, like I said, if you go with Kevlar, it's a lot more lightweight. You're able to move a lot better, but it's only going to stop handgun rounds. So if somebody comes blazing in with an AR, you're kind of out of luck as far as that goes. And like I said, this is a very expensive plate carrier. We're talking $700-800 range without plates in it. So and then there's something like this here, probably more common what you see. My wife bought me this a while back. I haven't even used it. It's not a bad vest per se. The brand is Barbarians. I've never even really heard of it. I'm sure it's a Chinese brand. But I don't want to say she didn't pay much for this, $70 maybe, and it came with some pouches, even came with a cheap like nylon leg holster, which is pretty much garbage. But so it's not horrible for the price. This one's a little different. This opens up like this to put the vest on. So get this opened up here. So for the price range, $70, it's not a bad vest. Not something I would want to wear all day probably. So it opens up on the inside here, and that's where your plates go right there. And you kind of get what you pay for. That's the difference. Like I said, that one will hold 2 different size plates. This one, hopefully you can see that, is just one big pocket. There's no internal pocket or anything. It will hold a plate, but if you put, especially if I put a smaller plate like the 8x10 I have in here, it's going to be all over the place. And honestly, I haven't measured this, but this will probably even hold bigger than a 10x12 plate. So even if I put a 10x12 plate in here, the weight of it alone is going to weigh it down quite a bit and keep it from moving a little bit. There's going to be a lot more movement as opposed to the vest that I wear at work every day that holds the plate in there snug. So it can get rather confusing when you're picking out armor. I would say if you're looking for a vest, something to put plates in, probably around the $100 range or more is what you're going to want to spend. The more you spend, the nicer it's going to be. The quality of it, where it's made, how it fits. Trust me, if you're wearing these things all day, the littlest defect in the way these things are designed is going to have a huge effect on your body and maneuverability and things like that. So a lot to look into when you're looking at the vest. As far as body armor, I work with a woman security guard that she actually has a plate carrier that she has. All right, sorry about that. My battery gave out. So I work with a woman that has a plate carrier, and she simply just carries the 10 by 12 Kevlar plates in her vest. So a little less protection. It will stop a handgun round and, if somebody's trying to stab you, but as far as rifle rounds, it's not going to be quite as good. So 3 is good. 3+ is even better. It's going to stop most of your larger rifle rounds. And then there's ceramic. I at first opted to get ceramic just because it seems like be the best level of protection, at least in my price range. I don't know what they have in the military, but ceramic, you're going to pay anywhere from $200+ up to $300 per panel. And that's going to stop even the 30-06 round that I talked about earlier. So a little bit more protection. It's a little bit more lightweight. I mean, we're talking a pound or so difference. So for the price range and for the level of protection and size and all that, it doesn't seem worth it to me financially to get the ceramic. As well as ceramic and Kevlar, they break down over time. So they only guarantee them for like 5 years. And then after that, the materials start to deteriorate slowly. And so there's no guarantee that it's going to stop anything. You buy a steel plate of any kind and they're going to last 10 years. So just kind of depends on what you want to spend. I spent $200 for the pair of 8x10 steel 3+ lightweight protection. If you just got the 3, not the lightweight, or 3+ not lightweight, it's probably going to be just as effective against stopping rifle rounds. The only difference is there's a big difference in the weight. So as opposed to my 8x10 plates being 4.9 pounds a piece, you're probably looking at a couple more pounds per plate if you don't get the lightweight. So for me, it's worth a little bit of extra money. I think it was like an extra $50 or so. Not a big difference. Kevlar and ceramic, you're going to pay a lot more for, but they break down a lot quicker. So I would always suggest going with the steel plates. As far as for the money, it's going to last the longest and have the best level of protection. So not full of all the answers probably, but hopefully for some of you out there that are on the fence about buying some of this stuff and really unsure of what to look for, hopefully that helps you out a little bit. I would suggest the 3+ lightweight armor. So God bless y'all, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later.